there is a transformation in process on Earth, and it's going to return all human beings to the original form they were, with the abilities that they had before. And I explain in some of my material how that human beings on Earth had these great abilities in Atlantis and Lemuria and these great places that were some of the original cultures that existed on Earth when we migrated to the Earth. And we brought all the different races of beings here and colonized this Earth to create a perfect, beautiful paradise. And the life forms that exist here, animals, plants, minerals, everything was brought from other systems voluntarily to the Earth to work in cooperation to create an inhabitable, beautiful planet for human beings to enjoy. And together they form a beautiful environment which we want to protect and take care of, because the Earth is a beautiful, wonderful place, and it took many beings, thousands of years to create this place. We don't want to see it destroyed. The other planets went through evolutions and learning processes, developing technology and awareness, and eventually they destroyed their own atmospheres, or they went into a dormant state, which is quite natural for a planet. When it reaches a certain evolutionary point, it no longer can maintain physical life, so the life progresses to a higher level. And that's what happened in these other planets. And now we're working to create this process on Earth so that human beings can still exist with their cultures, but without the controlling forces that the negative powers have taken over here and now control most of your societies. And we're going to nullify and absolutely prevent them from existence, and it's only going to be positive forces that exist on this planet. With your help and your imagination and your meditation, we will do this. It will be a process. It is happening, and there is no fear, because fear is the tool that is used by the negative powers to control people. And you have to let go of fear, because there's nothing going to happen that God hasn't intended to happen. And it's all for your benefit and all for your being well and happy. And we're not going to let nothing happen to this planet or the people here, except for the ones who cannot accept the changes. Then they will die and come back with a different awareness and consciousness, so they can exist in this transformation. But what is there to fear? Only thing that can happen is you can die. But death is not the end, because the soul of human beings are immortal. It lives forever. God intended the soul of each human being to be the great power that it is. God is the great creative force, and that part of the energy that is our soul is part of this creator. And that's the most beautiful and perfect part of being a human. And it's the highest point you can reach in the evolution of soul and the physical, is being a person. Being a person is the top. Then, of course, you have to be every type of human being in many, many lifetimes. So you exist for thousands and millions of, you can't even imagine. I will explain to you a little bit about what I know about this concept. But first I'll tell you that the Venusian heritage is part of the Earth heritage. All the white people that exist on race were brought here by Venusian ancestors. And so all of you are partially kin to the Venusians. And if you're Oriental, then probably you have a Martian as an ancestor. Physical DNA I'm talking about, not your soul. But the Martians are the ones who are responsible for much of the technology, because that's where their talents lie. And the Venusians care and protect the spirituality and the love for human beings. And the Saturnians, the red race, are known for being in contact with the nature spirits that control the environments of the planets, and they protect and care for those. And then you have the black race, who have an open, generous nature and beautiful singing voices and natural rhythm. That's what they're known for. And they share a lot of that with the cultures on Earth. So we all brought something to humankind. and they're all special in their own way. And everything that happens only happens because it is intended to be. Because it cannot happen unless God intended it to happen. So whatever happens in your life is because God intended it to happen, and you as the soul have chosen to be where you are. In every aspect of your life, it's something you chose before you were born. You decided this was something, a lesson you needed that you hadn't experienced before, so you chose to come in this lifetime and experience it, no matter what it is. The soul is not either good or bad. That's a concept man has created. But a soul sees everything as a valuable experience. No matter how negative or how ugly it may be, it's an experience the soul needs. Because once the soul has experienced this, it don't need to repeat it. And that's part of the awareness and growing to be perfect in every way. And when you reach that perfection, you don't have to be a human anymore. You learn on higher levels. So you don't realize how wonderful and beautiful you are. And when I look at you, I don't see your physical forms. I see the beautiful, perfect, shining souls that you are. You're perfect in every way. And every experience you have has created a perfect facet of this jewel and perfect existence that you are. And it's absolutely beautiful if you could see it, as I do. And I love everything that exists because I once was everything that exists. I am part of it. And I'm happy to see so many beings here that I have known in other lifetimes. So you're not strangers to me. It's just you haven't seen me in this lifetime, perhaps. But I'm happy to see you again. And happy to be here. And the whole purpose of my mission was to help change the awareness of human beings so they could have a different perception and consciousness of what they are and in relation to what is around them, and how they can make it better, and how they can understand how to live much happier and perfect life. Because many of your cultures and religions have taught you that you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, and you do it out of fear of what will happen if you do. And you don't live a happy, complete life because you're not aware that you have a choice. And whatever you do in the physical, if you're not harming or creating problems for anything, then you're not responsible for anything except enjoying your life. And God wants you to enjoy everything that is created for human beings to enjoy without feeling guilty.
す。